In this video, I will explain the possible reasons why your Jeep or any type of car is overheating. So once and for all, we will eliminate that obsession you have in your head to be looking at the temperature every minute, and you will leave that fear aside. It should be noted that I always recommend scanning the car for any electrical issues. So let's get started. The first possible reason, and perhaps the most economical to replace, would be the thermostat. When the thermostat is damaged or defective, it does not mark the temperature correctly and always sends a false signal to the computer, almost always indicating that the vehicle is too hot, causing the fans to strain for no reason, or maybe not even turn on. So the first thing to check before changing any kind of spare part would be the thermostat. This is very important. The second possible reason would be the fans. There are two types of fans. The first one would be the fan clutch. It is a fan blade that comes attached to the engine. Since when the engine starts moving, the fan blade rotates together with the engine. Mostly they can be seen in large engines of 6 or 8 cylinders, and they are almost always found in pickup trucks. This part, when it works properly and feels that the car is hot, it rotates faster than normal to cool the engine. So when it is damaged, this does not happen. It only rotates at the engine revolutions. It is recommended to replace it completely and not to patch it, since it is a part that is almost never damaged and therefore cannot be patched, so it is best to buy it. The second type of fan is the electric fan. This is an electronic fan and comes in cars with much smaller engines, such as 3 or 4 cylinders. And it is quite common for it to be damaged, because when the thermostat is damaged, many people decide to put it directly on the thermostat to make sure it is on. To make sure that the thermostat is turning on, which causes it to be damaged much more frequently. It can also damage a connector, a pin, or simply the carbons are worn out. The best way to test an electric fan is to place it directly on a battery, as it may be that if it works and turns, the problem is that it may not rotate fast enough, causing the engine to heat up. Number 3, lack of water or fluid leakage. It is simple to make sure that we have a leak, because if the leak is in the radiator, it can be repaired by welding the radiator and that's it. But if the leak is in the water tank, it is recommended to replace it completely, since it is made of plastic and handles a lot of temperature. If there are any leaks, the car will most likely overheat. My recommendation is always to add water and antifreeze or coolant. Why? Because if we add only water, and worse if it is tap water, this will eventually oxidize the part, as in this case would be the radiator, and leave a lot of mud in the pipes over time. Doing that, these can become clogged. In addition, water evaporates faster than coolant. And what can happen if your car overheats? Well, I'll tell you in the next video. If you liked the video and you found it valuable, give me a like, and if you liked it, comment.